So I guess we just want the introduction to Shari Mason.
Hi, thanks for coming. I'm really happy that you guys are here and having this experience with my students, and
Absolutely.
You made it happen. If it wasn't for you
we
and
made
for
it.
everybody who supported the project, it never would have happened.
Absolutely.
So it means a lot.
Absolutely. So can you kind of give us, from your perspective, like a bit of a history on how all of this came together?
Well, back in September, my very first project that I did was a skateboard deck design project. It's really just a line design project to start off with my Art 1 students.
Yeah.
It's a simple idea, and they had no idea that they were going to be designing skateboards at all. It was just line designs, and then after they did 10 different sketches, they picked the 3 best ones, and they'd go down and make it better and better, and pick the best one, and then I kind of surprise them with, you're going to be putting this on a skateboard, but it's just a illustration board template that they use.
Right.
And then they paint them, and they come out with really cool designs, because I think when they don't know that they're going to be putting it on a skateboard, they can just think about the shapes and the colors and the lines, and then they put it on a skateboard, and it's an instant gratification, like an instant success, that they did something that looks cool. So during that process, I Googled skateboard artists, because I wanted them to show them that there's skateboard artists out there, that this is like a career, this is actually a way of doing art.
Right.
So I came across, different skateboard artists, and then I came across your artwork, and just fell in love with it, that, you use illustration, and it's like actual artwork that you're putting on the board, and it was exactly what I was trying to convey with my students, that this is not just computer generated and just stuck up on a board, but it's actually an artist is behind it, crafting it. So showed them all your work, and then realized you had this whole art education piece, and was super excited about that. So I just said, hey, I'll just shoot you an email and just see what would happen. And my mistake, thinking that you're in Maryland and you're only about 2 hours away, not a big deal, that you could just drive on down. So shot you an email, and come find out you live in Minneapolis, and but you're here, so it's awesome. So that's exactly how it started.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that was when we first started kind of communicating about it. I was kind of like, oh, Virginia, that probably wouldn't work. But yeah. So from my perspective, like when I started thinking about this project and everything, I was like, it seems like getting a little bit of the history of Brunswick County and the high school from you and stuff like that. This is just such a great opportunity, I think, for not only for me, but just in general, is to kind of show the power of what I'm trying to do with this program and things like that. So we had kind of interviewed a bunch of the kids and asked them like a series of questions. So I kind of want to give you the same format.
Okay,
so,
I'm ready.
All right. The first question was name and introduction. So you're obviously Shari Mason. You're the art teacher here. This is the teacher that essentially made this entire thing a reality. The second question was kind of, what does the Virginia Project mean to you? Like having us down here and bringing the skateboards to schools, like. What does the project mean? Okay, the Virginia Project means it's huge for me, because for me, I'm going to cry, but for me it means that it's given the kids here they live in a depressed area, and it's just, there's nothing to do, it's like just hopeless. Everything's run down, and it's just, it used to be great, and it used to have a heyday, and now it's just the kids are living in this there's no inspiration, and I'm trying to convey to the kids, anybody can be an artist, anybody's creative. Right. You have it in you. What inspires, what's your passion? And the kids will say, I don't know. It's like they don't even know what the word passion means, and it's like there's something in you. What makes you tick? And so for the Virginia Project, for me, just your presence alone, just having the support and everything, for them to know that this is big. Like, you can make things happen in life. You can do something. You can be somebody. There's more to this than just we're stuck in this little tiny art room. We can have an impact on our culture. We can have an impact on our town. We can have an impact on Virginia. We can have an impact on the world. Just us together. Putting your minds together. Absolutely. So for me, it's just and seeing the kids just. Having 53 kids in the art room yesterday.
pouring out into the hallway and into another classroom and having them work and engaged and no classroom management problems, and they want more boards. You know, it means a lot. I think yesterday was one of the best days I've ever had, seeing all those kids, you know, just working and excited. Yeah. So it means a lot. It means a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what, you know, my kind of like the hashtag inspiration in motion is kind of how, you know, I branded this whole thing, and you know what the phrase that I want to try and represent. So what does inspiration in motion mean to you?
Well, it's continuing. Mm-hmm. It's starting. Motion is always ongoing, and so for them to have this inspiration and keep going with it, mm-hmm. keep going in motion. So I think it's a simple. I think it's a perfect hashtag to describe, you know, to name the workshop. Yeah. Inspiration in motion, and I think it's just keep going with it. You know, don't stop. Some of them they're in the middle of their, you know, travels, and most of them are just beginning, and some just starting today. Mm-hmm. You know, but just keep going with it. Keep going with your inspiration, your passion, your creativity. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You and I kind of had collectively, you and I sort of created this idea and built this project together. You know, just through our conversations, and you know, there's obviously a tremendous amount of trust on both ends, from me in Minneapolis and you down here in Virginia, to get this going and everything. So a lot of people around the world literally came together to kind of support this project, and if you had the opportunity to greet those people, which you know we obviously can't do, right. We can't have all the people that donated be down here, or have all of you guys up to Minneapolis for anything. So if you had the chance to say anything to all the people that kind of made this happen for us, what would you say?
Wow, you have no idea how much it means to have your support, and for you not even to know me or to know any of my students or have ever to have been in Brunswick. You're giving a lot for the students of Brunswick County, and there's only 100 of them involved, but it means a lot, and it's just, thank you is not enough that just someone that I don't even know would just give money, where the kids, you know, they're on free and reduced lunch. It's not, they don't have an opportunity like this, so it means a lot, so thank you. It's hot in here.
All right. Last question. Wow. Thank you. From me to you. Yeah. It's awesome. This was cool. It's awesome. Cool. Yeah, it means a lot. Yeah. So I guess then the last question that we've been kind of asking the kids is, what do you want to say to the rest of the world if you had an opportunity to have your voice heard from Brunswick County? What would you say? I think you're awesome, and I think what you're doing is amazing, and I hope it just explodes. You know, I want you to be able to go into, you know, more schools, and there's just so many schools in America that this is it. You know, I think this is kind of typical of, like, we don't all live in rich areas, and we're not, you know, all fortunate enough to get handed iPads when we walk in the door, and there's just too many kids that are, you know, come from not a whole lot, and they don't have the means of doing anything. And I think what you're doing is amazing, and I think it's just, I want it to explode for you. I just want it to be a success where you can go in there and just, you know, the idea that, you know, we're going to come together and we're going to make things happen. And, you know, if you could do it all across America and touch other parts of the world, I think it's such a simple idea. Mm-hmm. You know, it's so simple, but it's like it carries just a good, strong message, and it just relates directly to the kids. And these kids are not skateboarders. Mm-hmm. There's only maybe, 3 or 4 kids that are really into skateboarding here? Yeah. But they're all into it. Mm-hmm. They're all into it. So it touches kids. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the type of kid it is. Any teenager, you're saying, you know, what's your story? What's your passion? What inspires you? And the kids have to think about it and then put their artwork. And it doesn't matter what they're putting it on, but a skateboard is such a cool
thing for them to put it on because, you know, it's something they can hold, they can carry. It's, you know, it's not just a piece of paper that can just get hung up on the refrigerator and, oh, you know, good job, son, you know, it looks good, you know. It's something they can carry with them. So to the world, I say, Mark, do your thing. You're doing awesome.
Well, I hope this is the first of many. So this was, you know, coming down here and seeing this town and meeting these kids and just like, I mean, I don't even feel like I'm in the same country. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So I think this is something we have to do a lot more of.
Yeah.
I think this is the first of many, and it's bigger than Minnesota. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than any piece of artwork. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Mark. That's awesome.
All right. Good.